Woodpeckers, welcome back. Welcome back to Wood and Whiskey Wednesday. It is not Wednesday, but I'm still Steven. This is the shop. It's been a while. Ready to get back to it. Before I can get back to it, I've got to clean the shop. So, because I'm not going to be using any power tools, other than I do need to use a little saw a little bit. But it has been far too long. Not to toast one to y'all. Gentleman Jack, still smooth, still great, still love it. So, what I'm going to first do is get this place cleaned up because it's been a little bit of a time since I've done that. And then I'm going to get started on the project this week, which is the Keepsake box for whatever coin you want to hold into it. Stay tuned. It's going to be great. Going to have fun. Let's get to it.
You're looking for a perfect military gift idea. In this episode of Wood and Whiskey Wednesday, we're going to build a custom challenge coin box that's perfect for veterans, active duty service members, retirements, PCF gifts, and military collectors. We're going to walk from start to finish on how I personalize this small little box right after all this cleaning gets done.
So the coin I'm going to use, the heads I win, tails you lose. That is 1.77 inches wide. I'm not sure if it's showing up or not. If it isn't, just trust me. So when I build up the box, I also want to do a ½ inch on all sides. Not entirely sure how I want to build it. So I want to leave myself with enough room to make any mistakes, and then I can shape it down later. I can either do it on the router or just plain sand it if it's not that far off. What I don't want is this blade so high up, because I don't need it that far up. What I don't have is a ruler to make sure that it's correct, or a measuring tape rather. But so what I want to do is the one, we'll call it 3/4. I want to have room on both sides of it. So if I do 3 3/4, 3 1/4. You know what? Let's do 3 1/2. Make sure that is where I want it. Higher effect. And then I'm just going to cut off to top and the bottom, square it around to 3 1/2 on all sides. You saw me cleaning, and I moved my freaking glasses. Be right back. Got them back on. Let's get cutting. Or not, because there is a piece of wood stuck in there. I'm glad machines are smarter than I am, because that being wedged in there would have definitely kicked up it hit me. Golly. All right, take two.
So my first question of the video is, if you served, what branch you served in, and do you have a favorite challenge coin?
Perfect. Back to the table. So now that we're back on the tabletop, I'm gonna go through the process of me trying to figure out how I'm gonna turn this into a box. But I do have to start the machine behind me, which is quite loud. So I'm gonna continue to roll. I'm just gonna cut out all of the noise that gets heard. But I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Now,
So you can see on this dry fit that the sides are way too big, and I 100% agree with you. The sides definitely are way too big. But that is going to change here in a couple of minutes. I'm marking off where I think it's going to look the best, and I'm going to take it over to the table saw and get it all cleaned down to the size that I want. Since you made it this far in the video, have you liked, commented, and subscribed? So I'm just marking off where the sides will sit, because I'm going to take it over to the table saw and then cut down the grooves. A little more cleanup. And so I could have used the router to knock off these sides. Table saw is just quick and easy, repeatable. I'm gonna clean up some of the high spots, and then I'm gonna hit it with some 60 grit on a finger sander. And we sand and sand and sand and sand and sand and sand and sand. It seems like it just does not ever end. I'm gonna work on a little dry fitting, seeing how it's all coming out. Make sure everything closes where I want it to be. You may notice some high spots. We'll get those cleaned up here in a moment.
so you guessed it. We are moving on to the part of every build that no one likes. But we have already sawn. Sawn? I'll look that up. And now we are on to the sanding portion. And then we get the sip and repeat. We'll cheat. We turn the machine off for a little bit. I got another 17 minutes on this portion of it. And then it goes on to the detail. It's gonna be a longer night. But so I trimmed down these edges. I could have used a router. Tip saw was already set up. Made it easier. I made it a lot easier for repeatable cuts. So I was able to do my top and my bottom the way I wanted. And then I hit it with some 60 grit. The rest of it is all going to be 120, 220, and then I got to get some 320. I don't think I have any in my magic box. I didn't see any. I do have the orbital sander that has 320, but I don't know, project this small, you kind of don't want to use the orbital just because it's too large for these little pieces. It can be done, it's just a good way to get a knuckle. I know from experience. But sit back and relax. I'm gonna do some more sanding and some sipping. All right, time flies. Got it.
A question for all you woodpeckers out there. Where are you watching from tonight? Put in the comments down below.
So with all the pieces sanded down, cut down to where I want them to be, next, we're throwing this finish. I picked up this little can of espresso because I think it's gonna go great. What I'm gonna put inside of it. I think with that and that, it's gonna look great. It's a nice pretty color. Oh yeah. Getting it everywhere. Let that sit and soak up a little bit before I hit it with some paper towel to get the excess off.
So what project do you think we should make next? I have ideas, but I want yours. Let me know. Comment down below.
Whoa!
I'm going to let those dry up a little bit.
So I've got this 600 grit that I just want to go back over and distress it a little bit, not too much, just enough, just enough to give that I made this by hand feeling. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. It's gonna be the same with the sides. And I didn't let it dry well enough, so my hands are getting all stained. I'll be alright. But it definitely is soaking into that. So now that it's cut and sanded and stained, there's only one thing left to do. I'm gonna put it together. With a little bit of bleed on the inside, it's alright, because it's gonna get covered. I could brad nail this together, but I don't want to poke any holes into it. So, a little bit of painter's tape. And as that sets up and dries, I'm going to go along the bottom, take off the excess glue that spilled out. So I can use, the tool that's probably used for. But I like to use the razor. I get to see it a little bit more crisp. Now just let it dry. So while the box dries, what I'm going to do is take the top and use it as a guide. And cut out what I want the inside to be. But I want a nice fresh blade tip on there. Since I still have some of this stuffing, I got it for project we make it done around Christmas time. Didn't even know. Came with a little stuffing tool. Don't need that though. The idea is to fill it somewhat
and get that squeezed down in there. So then it sits. And try to figure that out. So when in doubt, pull out the hot glue. Get that one side down. I think I severely underestimated the ease in which I thought this was going to go down. And with that, my friends, my simple little box is complete. And yes, heads I win.